Okay, what's up everyone? Today we are back with the Modern Initial D series. And before we get into things, thoughts on Nickelback in the comments. Thoughts on Nickelback, guys, in the comments. I want to know, you love them or hate them? The reason I'm saying this is because I was listening to the rock station on the radio on the way home, as I do, and Nickelback came on, and it was saving me. And the only reason I know that song, well, maybe, I don't know. The main reason I know that song is because it was in Spider-Man. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. By the way, best Spider-Man. Maybe I'm just nostalgic for it, I don't know. But yeah, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I'm not gonna say my thoughts on Nickelback. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That song came on. I was like, you know what? I know that song is from Spider-Man. I'm gonna leave it at that. So, I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comments. You guys love Nickelback? Do you hate Nickelback? Or do you kind of neutral about it? I'm not gonna say my thoughts because that is gonna make a lot of people dislike me, regardless of my answer to that question. And I'm low on subs as it is already at like 370 at the time of recording this. So I don't want to make my situation worse. So anyway, back to it. So Modern Initial D series, I believe this is episode 12 if I'm not mistaken. Let me check really quick. No, this is episode 13. Okay. So yeah, episode 13. We're making the red NSX, the modern version of it. I forget the guy's name who drove it in the series. It was in stage 5, maybe. I don't know. All I know is Keisuke in the yellow FD raced a red NSX, which I believe that I have the original Honda. Okay, maybe not, because I built the original set of Initial D cars from the actual show 2 years ago, and then I got that bug where PC players, their data was getting corrupt after the 10th anniversary update. I was unfortunate enough to get that bug, so I don't have that car anymore in my garage. But I did make a modern version of it. Yeah. And it's also been a while since I've watched Initial D. I want to say that I last watched it last year at some point. I don't know. But anyway, here we are. So first, I'm going to give you guys the build and tune. I'm going to move on to how to get the car looking the way it does as far as paint colors and wheel colors and stuff like that. Then we're going to take it for a run down the mountain pass. Plain and simple. So this car's stock is all-wheel drive. Of course, the original NSX was rear-wheel drive, but I left all the conversions as is. And for this, we got to put the Forza arrow on it. I know, it's gross. It's gross. For this car in particular, it's not terrible. That tow hook looks way out of place. But the canards and splitter aren't absolutely horrid. But for me on this car, this car in particular, it's the tow hook. Don't like it. And then you want to go with the Forza Aero spoiler, because essentially what I want to do in this is I want to match the aero pieces to the original cars from the series. So it's essentially a modern interpretation. That's what it is. So if the old car that was actually shown in the show had a spoiler, this one gets that spoiler. In the wheels, there was a little bit of a thing that went on there, which I'll explain when I get to the wheels, which I'm almost there. So semi-slick race tire compound, 265mm front tires, 335mm rear tires, stock rim size front and back, max rear track width, and then for the front track width you want the second one right here, the middle one. Then moving on to the rims. So what I was saying about the rims like a couple seconds ago is some of the older rims that were on the original cars looked extremely like dated on the newer cars. So I went with wheels that were a little similar styled, but not the same exact wheel. And I'm gonna, so this is the, I believe this is the wheel that I used for the original like Honda NSX when I made that car. And whoop, I almost dropped my hat. I was moving it because the fan was blowing it around, it was making noise. So yeah, see, like the wheels, they're actually not terrible on this car, but you can tell like it's a bit of a dated look for a car that's this new. So what I went for is similar styling, but a little more modern. So I went the BBS RS GT for that. Okay, that's all for that. Now moving on to the drivetrain, we have race clutch, race transmission, which I believe is a 6-speed, race driveline, and race differential. Moving over to, I got something in my eye, hold on, bear with me here for a second. Race suspension, race front anti-roll bars, race rear anti-roll bars, no roll cage. I thought I got it out, maybe I'm wrong. No weight reduction, because I wanted to keep the, whoops, I just smacked my mic. I'm sorry about that, guys, if that made a really loud noise. But I wanted to keep these cars S1, as I did, because I wanted the original Initial D cars. Oh my god, I don't know what's in my eye, but it is very irritating. My dog was in here. Maybe I got like one of his hairs in my eye or something, I don't know. What was I saying? Yeah, okay, so I made this car S1 because I wanted the original Initial D cars that I made at this point like 2.5 years ago, or maybe what, 2 years and a month when I started that series. So about 2 years ago, I wanted those cars to be able to keep up with these ones, plain and simple. So yeah, race intake, race fuel system, race ignition. Oh my god, sport valves. I'm gonna try to get this out of my eye while I tell you guys the upgrades. Race cam, sport exhaust. I made it worse. Race pistons. Sorry guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to make this video unbearable. Stock twin turbo, sport intercooler, and race flywheel. So that's it for the upgrades. Now we're gonna move to the tune. And this video is destined to be a dumpster fire. The modern Initial D series like hasn't been well received as it is, and not that I'm getting like hate for it, it's just not getting as much views as my other videos are, except for like a couple of them. For some reason, when I did like an RX-8 for Keisuke's FD, that one did really well. And when I did a oh my god, my eye. When I did a modern version of the 8086 using the GR86, that one did well. But other than that, none of them really performed as well as most videos on the channel. So that's a factor. I start by asking about Nickelback. That's another factor. And I've spent a majority of the video so far trying to get something out of my eye. And you guys have had to listen to that. So yeah, this video is off to a very rocky start right now. And just wait till I hit you guys with the very expected bombshell when we go to do the downhill, because it's an ongoing joke, like a running joke at this point, which I'll get to later. So anyway, for the tune, tires, 28 in the front, 30 in the rear. Gearing, this has 9 gears. I was wrong about it being a 6-speed. I wasn't ready for that. But 2.20 final drive, and everything else here I believe to be stock. I might be wrong about that. So if yours is different, go ahead, pause the video, change yours to match mine, and then please resume it after that. I don't know what's in my eye. I don't know if it's like dust or dog hair, but it's hurting bad right now, and I can feel like something in it. Why are you torturing me like this? Anyway, so yeah, moving forward. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The gearing, I don't know if it's stock or not, because these cars, I built them back in April. And it's like not even the beginning. I was gonna say beginning of August. We're at like towards the end of August. We're in the latter half of August. That's why I don't know, because I built this car, what, May, June, July, 4 months ago. Yeah, anyway, for alignment, camber, negative 1.0 in the front, negative 0.5 in the rear. Toe, positive 1.0 in the front, negative 1.0 in the rear. And a front caster angle of 6.0. For anti-roll bars, you got 25.3 in the front, 18 in the rear. Springs, 642.6 in the front, 544.1 in the rear. For ride height, 3.7 front and back. Damping, for your rebound, you want 6.5 in the front, 5.9 in the rear. For bump, oh my god, not my other eye. I think that one might, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Bump stiffness, 4.0 in the front, 1.0 in the rear. Oh my god. For aero, which you should have, 278 in the front, 678 in the rear. Braking, 58%, or for the balance I should say, 58% towards the front, and pressure is 69%. Unintentional, but nice. Acceleration, or for the differential I should say, for acceleration in the front, 30% and 16% deceleration. Then for the rear, 75% acceleration, 47% deceleration, and finally a center balance of 75% towards the rear. My eyes are on fire. It's not even one at this point, it's both. I don't know what's wrong. Did this fan like blow dust in my eye or something? I don't know. I'm gonna try to pull through for you guys though. And then I'm gonna go wash my eyes out. I should do it with bleach. Just kidding though, don't actually do that. For the color, it's a custom color. You want to go over to special colors, and for time's sake I'm going to grab the mouse because I've wasted enough time with my eyes at this point. You want to go to the metal flake. Stock, it's going to look green. You're going to want to hit the X button to do the fine tune. And damn it. Okay, and for that, the low light, you want 0 for the hue, 1 for the saturation, and 0.38 for the brightness. And for the highlight, hue 0, saturation 1, and brightness 0.86. Hey, accidental Easter egg. 86. I like there's an AE86 in the series, and I realized that I accidentally changed the color of the wheels. So for this, you're going to want to do the dual color fine tune. Then for the first one, I want to go to special colors once more. Come down to the bottom, and oh my goodness, you're gonna want to do gold. Then for the others, I believe it's all just stock. Oh no, maybe not. Then for paint group 2, okay, that's what that is. You're gonna want to do the same thing, special colors and gold. And for inner barrel, stock, and outer lip, I believe is also stock, which it is. And of course, tint the windows black. Now I'm gonna make an attempt. Oh my god, they're burning. I'm normally not like this, guys. I'm normally not. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna make an attempt to drive down the mountain pass while my eyes are ablaze. And the running joke I was talking about is, guess what I didn't do? A practice run. Because like I said, which at first was like me just not doing it for time's sake. Well, not even intentionally. Like I was like genuinely forgetting to do them. Now it's like, for the purpose of the ongoing joke, I'm not doing practice runs with these cars on purpose. So I haven't touched these cars. I haven't driven them at all since I made them in April. So my driving might be a little subpar, but I gotta lock in. I'm gonna do my best with my eyes on fire and a car that I haven't driven since April. And yeah. Oh yeah, and one more thing I want to say. Disclaimer, guys, not a drift car. They are mountain pass race cars in the show. They are mountain pass race cars with the capability of drifting. That is what they are. They're not full-blown drift cars. I know I went off the road right there. But so that's why my drift score is going to be fairly low, because I'm not going to be doing much drifting. And when going off the road right there that second time, 2-tire rule, guys. 2-tire rule. Those are the rules, or at least they were the rules in F1, that you had to have 2 tires on the within the track limits at all times. Which I did on that corner. So do with that information what you will. Yeah, this is a dumpster fire of a video. I messed up a couple times driving. Talked about Nickelback. My eyes are on fire. In an already somewhat unpopular series. The E-drift there was intentional. I just felt like doing it. Okay? Normally I wouldn't, but I felt like it. And one more thing I'd like to add is that the drift score for this car is especially low, and that is due to it having that spoiler and front splitter, which keeps it glued to the ground. Unlike the other cars that don't have that stuff. And I'm dying right now. So it's like my eyes are burning, now my mustache is itching. And yeah. It's almost over though. Did I go around something I was allergic to and just not realize it? I don't know. I'm allergic to everything outside. Don't worry guys, I screw up that corner every time. And then I got a bunch of stuff holding me back. Like eyes. And lack of practice. And an itchy mustache. So yeah, we're gonna do donuts now. 'Cause that's how we end off all the videos here. That was actually kind of sick. Bridge donuts. I'm gonna go off the edge. Okay, I saved it. It's good. I'm gonna do it in the intersection, which I do not condone in real life. Takeover crap ain't cool, man. Okay, those are the subpar donuts you guys are getting because I need to go wash these eyes out. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you in the next one, and that is all from me today.